So the question is, describe the meaning of the term jihad and say how Muslims can practice jihad in their everyday lives. So there are different meaning. I mean, there are different meanings of jihad. There are different types of jihad, and then you can also mention how a person can practice jihad in their everyday lives. Now the B part is, why do you think jihad of the self, in other words, jihad bil nafs, is greater than armed jihad? In other words, jihad bis sayf. Sayf means sword. Let me go to my slide. Now, first of all, jihad bil nafs is you have to control your nafs. You have to control yourself. And everybody knows how difficult it is to control oneself. Sometimes we enter into a fight and people say, what happened to you? And all of a sudden you say, I'm so sorry, I couldn't control myself. Sometimes you answer back to your parents, and if somebody negates you, or your parents negates you, then you're saying sorry, that I'm so sorry, I couldn't control myself. Sometimes you overeat, and then you're complaining that you've got you're bloating and all, and everybody says that we couldn't control ourselves. So why is jihad bil nafs greater than jihad bil sayf? Because you have to control your nafs, and controlling your nafs is very difficult, is the most difficult thing on earth, right? Okay, and then remember nafs, we have two types of nafs, nafs ammara and nafs lawama. Nafs ammara is that nafs that continuously incites you to doing wrong. It orders, it's from amar, amara means from amar, it orders you to do wrong. Like somebody, when women want to backbite, it's that nafs that is urging them, go ahead, backbite. If you want to slander somebody, if you want to swear, it's that nafs ammara that keeps on insisting for you not to. So you have to control this nafs ammara, right? And then we have another nafs inside us. It is nafs lawama. That nafs jo malamat karta hai, in fact. That nafs that keeps on, making you regret. It keeps on telling you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Now, sometimes people, they struggle when it comes to nafs amara and nafs lawama. There's a battle going on inside their own minds that should they do something wrong or should they not? One side of the part of their mind is saying, I shouldn't do it, I know it's wrong, and the other part of your side is saying, no, go ahead and do it. But the people who adopt taqwa, they try to control the nafs ammara, and they listen to that nafs that keeps on telling them that they are doing wrong, and stop doing wrong. So this thing is a continuous struggle. Why is it greater? Because it's continuous struggle. You can't, nobody on earth can say, okay, I've controlled my nafs and now it's controlled forever. Never, ever. Or there's no wand. I usually tell my students, there's no wand that you can just strike at a person and then you become ultra religious or ultra pious. No, you have to, get your nafs in control. It's a continuous struggle up till your grave. For example, somebody has just annoyed you. What do you want to do? You really feel like punching them back, right? The natural person inside you wants to punch them back, wants to taunt somebody back, wants to swear at somebody back. But the only reason why you are not doing it is that because all of these things Allah has forbidden. So you are controlling yourself, and this is a continuous struggle. I mean, if you're fighting in the way of Allah, if you have to pick up the sword, maybe it'll be once, twice in your life, thrice in your life if you're in the army or so what, or maybe never if you're a regular person. So that would be once. Either you're shaheed, it happens once, or either you're ghazi, you come back and you survive. But controlling your nafs or killing your nafs daily, it's a continuous struggle up till the day you die. And you have to do it on a daily basis. You can't say, okay, today I'm going to let my nafs go free. I'm going to let it go wild. No, because you're Muslim, you have to control your nafs on a daily basis. Okay, qital, as I said, once or twice in your life. But so jihad bil sayf will be once or twice in your life. Banyanan marsoos. the war that just escalation that just happened, it's like once in a lifetime, maybe you're gonna see it happening and people will participate. But controlling your nafs is a lifetime, battle. And it's a very sad thing to say that we have become slaves to our nafs. We have become the ghulam, slaves to our nafs. How? Okay, I don't feel like praying. We should be ghulam of Allah. We should be slaves to Allah, His obedient slave. But we have become slaves to our own nafs when we say, I don't feel like praying. I don't feel like covering my head. I don't feel like being nice to everybody. I just feel like swearing at everybody. I just feel like, taking my anger out on whoever I want to. So we have become, our nafs has overcome us. We can't control it. So that's something sad. For example, controlling your nafs would be controlling your anger. Anger is the thing that keeps on coming back. And even parents, the one thing that is the most difficult, my students who I teach in school, they won't be able to believe this maybe, but controlling my anger with my kids at home is the most difficult thing. And when I do eventually shout at my younger kid or something like that, I feel really, really bad after it. Why do I feel really, really bad after it? It's because I was supposed to control that side of me. And if I've let it out, I've let it loose on my kids, that means I failed as a Muslim in controlling my nafs. That jihad, the struggle and the striving to try and control your anger no matter what, I failed in that. So I hope that answers the question.